you a woman? And even if you're not a woman, did you ever feel like your looks was your best asset or somebody told you so? Or did you ever feel or were told point blank that if you want an opportunity, maybe you could do a little favor, a little sexual favor? Were you ever in this situation? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, welcome to Light Screening, the channel for movie lovers more than movie savvies. My name is Gisela Cruz. I'm going to be talking to you today about a movie called Bombshell. But before I do so, let me say this in very shortly. Thank you for being on the other side. If you do like what I'm saying, if you think it makes sense, if you want to keep watching my videos, please help me promote my channel. Hit subscribe, hit share, like, whatever. The only reason to do a channel is that if you do have some people that like your so-called work, and I have this channel for a long time now, and I have to be considering this because I'm terrible at self-promotion, and I have a lot of videos and very little subscribers, and if it keeps that way, I gotta question if it's worth it. I like doing it, so maybe I'm going to keep doing it for a little while, but I do need help in self-promotion. So if you could please help me, if you think that this whatever I'm saying or doing makes sense, just share, like, and do whatever it needs to be done so that YouTube kind of considers my channel a little better, and the algorithm shares it a little more. I would need help for that. Anyway, let's talk about Bombshell. What is Bombshell about? Bombshell is about these three women that make some allegations of sexual harassment about the CEO of Fox News, Roger Ailes. They also say that the environment they work in is offensive and exploitive of women. This is one of those stories that is based on a true story. The characters are actually true to life. They are Megyn Kelly and Gretchen Carlson, and then there is another character that was made up, and it's completely fictional for the sake of the story. That it's the character of Margot Robbie. We'll talk about the cast very soon, even because it's one of the best features in the movie. But anyway, the director is Jay Roach. He directed Trumbo and Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery and Blown Away and so on. The writer is Charles Randolph. The writer is the writer of The Big Short, Love and Other Drugs, The Interpreter. And the cast is indeed an impressive, incredible cast. These three women are played by Oscar winner Nicole Kidman, Oscar winner for The Hours, Best Actress. She also did Moulin Rouge and Cold Mountain, Nicole Kidman. Oscar winner Charlize Theron, she did Mad Max, Fury Road. She was an Oscar winner for Monster, Best Actress as well. And also Margot Robbie. These are these three women. Margot Robbie was nominated for Tonya. And in here, Charlize Theron and Margot Robbie were also nominated for the Golden Globes and for the Oscars. So this is a great introduction. There are other people in this cast. John Lithgow, my God, Kate McKinnon. So it is an impressive cast. Anyway, reasons to go watch this movie, and this is why I was very expectant of it. It's a true story. 1. 2, it's written by the guy that wrote The Big Short. I mean, The Big Short is an impressive script. I gotta say, it was a very, very difficult subject, and he just broke it down. It was irreverent. It was interesting. It had a fabulous rhythm. So it wasn't just the direction. It was the writing that was pretty goddamn fabulous. So the fact that this was written by that guy, I was very expectant. Also, this has a lot of details, a lot of difficult details about politics, about the way that Fox News works, about the allegations and the processes and the lawsuits. It was kind of difficult to explain, and I thought, well, if there's any guy that can write a script that is going to make me understand this story, because please bear in mind that in the United States you guys have series about this, you have news, you have documentaries about this scandal. We didn't. Okay, we just heard the news. It was a long time ago, and that's it. I mean, whatever I was taking from this movie was from this movie. I have no comparison. I have no series, no documentaries. I didn't see anything. I just knew it existed, okay? I didn't even absolutely knew. I knew about Fox News. I knew it was a conservative channel. I knew that Trump loves them and Trump tweets about them, but I didn't know that much more. Another thing I have to say, and this is a parenthesis as well, so that you understand my point of view about it. There's a lot of political issues here. About politics in Portugal, we vote in the middle. So there is obviously the discussion between conservatives and liberals. Obviously, it's a worldwide discussion, but it's not so polarized, if you will. We vote in the middle. In the middle, for us, could be in a Trump-like society considered almost communism, okay? I gotta, for a Trump-like society, almost communism. We tolerate and we think it's normal for some stuff that obviously Trump voters wouldn't consider normal or accepted. Anyway, this being said, I'm not going to be talking about politics, but I am going to say that I do understand the position of the character at the end, the Margot Robbie character. I do understand it. The discussion about conservatives and liberals and all of that. Interesting, not the basis of the movie, not what it's about, but if it plays a part, it was interesting the way they approached it. I think, and this is my review now, now that you have the premises that I'm coming from, my review, I don't know if it was the problem of the writing or of the direction. Clearly there is a problem in direction. The beginning of the movie, you kind of feel like it's going to go in the Big Short direction. You know, it's going to be brilliant, but it isn't. It doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because it mixes a little bit of the explanation, a very serious explanation, with the characters looking into the camera and explaining things very thoroughly, as if it was in a documentary, and then it goes into the movie again, into the fictional, if you will, kind of vibe of a movie. Another thing that doesn't work, it's got 3 voices. I mean, it's the character of Nicole Kidman, who is, and I don't know it by heart because you guys may know, but I don't. In the United States may know them, but I don't. Gretchen Carlson, okay. Megyn Kelly. They're 2 living people. They existed. They were worked at Fox News. The character played by Margot Robbie didn't. It's Caleb Pospisil. It's for the sake of the story and for the sake of the point of view of the story. So it's divided by these 3 people. So they all have a voice, and they have a voice. Sometimes it's in a documentary style. Sometimes it's in a movie, fictional movie style, divided by the 3 of them. So it just doesn't work. It's confusing, and it just divides attention, and it just doesn't work. So that's clearly a problem of the direction. So much so that the performances were nominated, at least Charlize's and Margot Robbie's were nominated for awards, but not the direction, not the script. So probably the script wasn't exactly, just the fact that it was divided into 3 voices was kind of not working, and the direction kind of, it just doesn't work at all. Sorry to say that. The performances, however, work, and they are brilliant. And even there is another character, for instance, 2 characters that are secondary characters, and they do deserve absolute attention. One of them is based on a real character. The other, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know. One of them is Beth Isles, the wife of Roger Ailes, that is accused of sexual harassment. It is such a disturbing character. It's such a great performance by Connie Britton. Congratulations. Also, Jess Carr. She plays a lesbian working in a conservative channel. I mean, she can't even say she's a lesbian. She plays a Hillary Clinton voter in Fox News. So Kate McKinnon, again, I mean, she's brilliant. I don't even understand how is this possible. Each time I see a movie with Kate McKinnon, I never know it's Kate McKinnon to begin with. And then I come home and I go, oh, let me see who played that character, because it's pretty damn good. And it's Kate McKinnon. So I am a fan of Kate McKinnon, but I never remember her name when I'm getting into a room. I never identify her. And that is amazing. That is the best compliment, that you can make. Another person that I have to say, I mean, Margot Robbie is a goddess. Let me just say this. She's the new Meryl Streep. She is incredible. She always does these performances. You just go, how is that even possible? I mean, she has, you're going to know what I mean if you see the movie. A scene that she's absolutely so incredible. So, I mean, just tears just fell from my eyes. I don't even identify with that feeling because let me reveal this about myself so that you also know. I'm not going to be talking about the theme because this is a heavy theme, okay? I'm going to not to go very deep on it because quite frankly, I was going to say, and let me finish the before I say this. I'm going to recommend this movie, okay, because the direction is not great. I think the writing is not up to par with what this guy has done previously, but I'm going to recommend it because it's a true story, because the performances are fabulous. And also they were nominated for best makeup, so in the Oscars, so the makeup is also pretty amazing. They transform these women into dolls in a pretty amazing way. But I went to see it because every woman has felt this little pressure, this possibility of exchanging their bodies. I don't know about men, but women kind of lived with this, I think. And when I say this, and when I'm sure about saying this, it's a pretty big allegation that all women have been proposed. But I know this for a fact because I don't give out the vibe of the doll, of the pretty girl. I do not give that vibe out. So people in general, but men in particular, they kind of don't, they are not comfortable coming at me from like that. They need to win me over, not with praise, not with the flirting, not with. They need to win me over in a different way because the vibe I emanate is not exactly soft and sweet and pretty, if you will. So if even I, that don't have the pretty and helpless and fragile and princess-like vibe, were proposed pretty crudely, if you will, I can only imagine some of my friends that are pretty and are princesses and are cute and are fragile and are a little more, have a more fragile demeanor, if you will. So I can say that almost all women live with the rude comments about their bodies and the rude attempts to, get them to bed, if you will. So but I don't even identify myself with that character because I didn't deal with that way. I'm pretty strongly, I react aggressively. I don't take it that far. I don't allow it to get there. I don't allow people to do that. I call them out on it, and so it doesn't happen that way to me. But the way she played it and the way she did it and what she feels, even I have felt dirty just by things that people told me. So I can't even imagine how a woman feels if she allows it to happen, even a little bit, She just has just incredible performance, and I think all women should watch this movie, quite frankly, because I think that we've lived with this status quo for a while. Even if there isn't an open sexual harassment, there are issues there that we are going to identify with, and you tell me if I'm wrong, okay, if I'm saying things that aren't true, okay? So I do recommend this movie. And Margot Robbie is a goddess, and they all have fabulous performances. But Margot Robbie is a true goddess. Again, she delivers a performance that just brings tears to my eyes, and it's incredible how she is. So she always brings. She does what it's supposed to do. I feel what she's doing, and that is incredible. That is just incredible talent. So, the worst about it, direction. The best about it, performances and makeup. So, that's what's being awarded, and that's what is indeed true. And also, it's a true story, so it's worth watching. Let's go to the blast from the past. Let me say this: if this, in just to finish this review of this movie, if the direction had hit the mark, this would be one of those movies that, if there were a lot of, and there are a lot of movies this year that you could be divided in your votes in the Oscars. I mean, the Academy would be divided to vote. I mean, should we award the Joker? Should we award, other types of movie or whatever? If this movie had hit the mark, if the direction had hit the mark, the writing had hit the mark, this would be one of those movies like Spotlight. You play it safe and you vote on that one because it's a true story. It was competently delivered. The performances are absolutely fabulous, and this is a good movie for a best movie. But it completely missed the goddamn mark, and it felt short, and that is an opportunity that was missed, and I'm so sorry for that because it had everything to take Oscars home, besides the performances. So that's my review on this movie. Still worth watching though, knowing that it's a clear miss of the direction. Anyway, let's go to the blast from the past. And so I'm going to recommend you something that I saw this week as well. It's a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous movie, obviously. It's also with Margot Robbie, one of the first opportunities that we had to see that goddess. It's The Wolf of Wall Street, 2013, directed by Martin Scorsese, with Leo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, and Margot Robbie in the main parts. And it's just a fabulous movie, isn't it? I mean, come on. There is a scene with Matthew McConaughey. I think it's the only scene he has that is so brilliant. I mean, just that scene it's so brilliant. It's got so many brilliant scenes. It's such a good movie. I mean, who am I to say it? But come on. Martin Scorsese is a great director, and this movie is one of the best even he did. So watch it. Absolutely watch it. And go to the movies. And I think that's it, people. Tell me what you thought about them, okay? Bye-bye. Go to the movies.